I'll give the floor to the representative of Lebanon.
I thank Madam President for organizing this meeting. Allow me also to thank Ms. Chang Hopkins for her informative briefing and Ambassador Lucas for her presentation. We welcome the positive measures adopted in certain peace-building areas, such as starting the implementation process of the International Civilians Capacities Review, ensuring appropriate UN senior leadership capacities, and strengthening partnership with the World Bank and other stakeholders. However, considerable work remains to be done to support national efforts in building suitable conditions for durable peace. Allow me, Madam President, to make the following remarks in this regard. First, concerning UN senior leadership, we concur with Ms. Chang Hopkins that evolving circumstances on the ground in certain settings may require a shift in the field leadership's profile and timely deployment of senior leaders with the adequate expertise to support peace-building efforts, with special attention to be duly given to the strategic immediate period that follows the end of the conflict. Second, we believe peace-building is an effort that is collective in nature, and its success depends largely on the clarity of roles and responsibilities among a wide array of local, national, and international actors. Since none of those actors can individually achieve an overall successful peace-building operation, coherence and coordination are essential to manage the interdependence of their roles. In this regard, we welcome the various reviews carried out by the Policy Committee for the purpose of coherence and the efforts to strengthen partnership and coordination between the United Nations and the World Bank. Furthermore, we strongly believe that the development of an integrated peace-building strategy is necessary to create a reference point for coherence. Such strategy should be based on an impartial analysis of the root causes of the conflict and should be subject to timely review according to the dynamic and evolving environment on the ground. Third, we are encouraged by the decision to make national capacity assessment as part of the integrated missions planning process. Strong partnership between international and national actors is necessary to operationalize national ownership of peacebuilding, without which sustainability and success of peacebuilding are unlikely to be achieved. Despite the progress in this regard, more needs to be done to enable the United Nations to effectively support national peacebuilding efforts. That's particularly true for some peacebuilding core areas, such as the rule of law and security sector reform. As it's well known, these areas are fundamental for ensuring security, preventing new eruptions of violence, and effectively combating drug trafficking and organized crime. Fourth, the awarding of the Nobel Peace Prize to women from Yemen and Liberia was a laudable recognition of the difference women can make when they so courageously engage in rebuilding their societies. Indeed, existing studies suggest that gender balance not only reduces corruption, but also ensures greater transparency and responsiveness to community needs. That's why a meaningful participation of women in decision-making institutions and mechanisms related to peacebuilding should be made at the earliest stage of recovery. Efforts have been made for ensuring gender expertise in mediation and for promoting women and girls' access to security and justice. However, we believe that the United Nations and Peacebuilding Commission should provide a more systematic assistance to governments and help them ensure a more consistent participation of women in peace accords and donor conferences. Gender analysis is also important and offers a valuable tool to understand gender dimensions of violence and recovery and to tailor effective approaches for gender issues in specific post-conflict settings. In conclusion, Madam President, peacebuilding is often a long, convoluted and complex undertaking. However, its success is imperative for durable peace and for sustainable development of societies. Thank you, Madam President.
I thank the representative of Lebanon for his statement.